Man, man, oh man, oh man. Ah, what a career. What a career. What a legendary career, man. Um, as you guys can see, I'm in the hotel room, out here trucking it up, doing my thing. But I just had to come on and talk a little bit about one Mr. Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker. Man, I tell you guys, The Undertaker, damn man, what a career. What a career that man has had. What's up, Andres? Shoot, let me see. How you doing, Higher Power? Hardy Familia is up in here. What's up, Mr. Garcia? Luis. Saludos right back. Lesnar got robbed. You know what? I plan to do a WrestleMania breakdown. Hopefully this Saturday. Hopefully I could get the guys together. But I do want to take time and acknowledge The Undertaker and just all the memories, the career I remember when he first came in. Okay, now he was wrestling before he was The Undertaker. I'm going to be real with you guys. I didn't know about it. I know about it today, but I didn't know about it back then, right? I didn't know about Mark Calloway doing his WCW thing. What's up, Cruz, Luna, Lil Ray? Andrew, how you doing, big dog? So I didn't know until he actually came. And I remember I was watching that Survivor Series. I was watching it. Back then, wrestling wasn't like it was today. Okay. Today, there's pay-per-views every single month. Every month, right? There's pay-per-views. If you want to call them pay-per-views, because now it's all streamed and stuff. But back then, it wasn't like that. There was only four. There was the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and the Survivor Series. Okay. I remember when he first came in. And when he first came in with Bruce Pritchard, also known as Brother Love, which was badass. I love you, right? He came in, and I gotta tell you guys, man, I was like, what the hell is this? I was kind of let down because it was this whole mysterious the Survivor Series. It was 4-on-4, right? Elimination type, right? And I was kind of like, what is this, man? Like I was like, okay, cool, but at the same time, not too cool. I was like, I don't know. I'm not really down with it. I saw his performances. I saw his performance that night. I noticed things that were different, right? About him right from the jump. For one, everybody was always punching, right? When they're throwing, their offense, they're always throwing, punching. Not him. He changed that over the years, but in the very beginning, he was doing these hands right to the throat, just like, and you could just hear the. If you guys remember that, I thought that was pretty badass. I was like, damn, that's killer, dog. He's trying to crush people's throat, man. He was not punching. Like I said, he changed his game, right? But when he first came out, he was doing these just right to the throat. I thought it was that right there got me to pay attention to him more than the gimmick. And as time went on and I started seeing this huge dude, man, because what was he, 6'10", something like that. This huge mofo. As I started seeing some of his offense, I noticed like, man, this guy is pretty athletic, especially for back then, right? Back then, only small guys were doing things, off the top rope and stuff like that. But seeing this big, tall mofo, do the old school and walk on the ropes and stuff like that, that was really unheard of, man, at that time. If you want to see wrestlers, walk on the actual rope, you had to watch lucha libre, homie, because that wasn't happening. Especially with a guy that size. And as time went, he grew on me, man. Just everything, just his movements, getting clotheslined out of the ropes, right? Out of the ring. He'd go over the rope and land on his feet again. That's something that I wasn't seeing, dog. I wasn't really seeing that anybody else do that, and especially the way he did it. He'd get clothesline, go out of the ring and land on his feet and just look there like upset, right? And I was like, damn, damn, man, that's badass. That's killer, man. I really liked it. And he started feuding with Hogan, and I thought that was cool. At that time, Hogan was the guy. Hogan was the top dog from the late 80s going into the early 90s, which Taker came in. Man, if I'm not mistaken, if somebody can let me know, I think it was 91. I think it was 1991 that Undertaker came in. I could be wrong. If somebody could let me know, but I think it was 91. At that time, Hogan, homie, was still up there. He was still up there doing his thing, right? There wasn't another wrestler that was up on that level yet. And Taker, as years went on, first of all, I mean, we got to talk about Paul Bearer too, right? Coming on with the urn and everything. It just became so damn cool, man. It really did. And Taker became one of those guys that it didn't matter whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. Look, when he was a bad guy, he went bad, right? When he was like with the Ministry of Darkness, okay, like he was a really bad guy, right? But getting towards the later years of his career, he wasn't a face and he wasn't a heel. He wasn't a good guy, nor was he a bad guy. He was just Undertaker, right? He would face a face or he'd face a heel. It really didn't matter. He was not on this side or that side. He didn't have to play a role of I'm a good guy or I'm a bad guy. He just was the Undertaker. Take it for what it is that you want to take it. If you want to look at him as a face, fine, look at him as a face. You want to look at him as a heel, look at him as a heel. But as years went on, he just became the Undertaker, not the face, not the heel, just Undertaker. And there's very few guys that can do that. And he's also, in my opinion, he is the ultimate guy that does not need a title. He does not need to be going chasing a title. He does not need to go looking for the championship to be relevant. He could be a main event without any strap. He could be a big draw without being in the title picture. He could be that top dog, right? And man, dog, I really enjoyed his career. He went through so many different phases, right? He was always the Undertaker, but at first he had the black with the gray. Then he had the black with the purple, which I thought was badass. As a matter of fact, I'll let you guys in on a little secret right here. When I went to prom, right, I rented me a zoot suit, okay, just like my son's. Okay, my youngest son's about to go to his prom, and his zoot suit just came in. So I got the colors, black and purple, just because I like the look of the Undertaker when he was with the black and purple. That was it, man. That was it. And I told my date that night, hey, do you know why I chose these colors? Because of the Undertaker. Hey, man, I loved it, dog. I thought it was just badass. Let me see what some of you guys are saying right here. Let me see the rivalry with Taker and Kamala. Papa Chango. Those were the days, man. Both Kane and Taker's throat punches were wicked. Yes. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. Instead of throwing the punches, they would just, wow, right to the throat. I thought that was just killer, man. Let me see. Wasn't he the only one allowed to do the Paula driver move? I know the other Paula driver where you pick them up and their legs are standing straight up. I know that was banned. Yeah, pretty much all Paula drivers were banned. You know what we saw what happened with Stone Cold, which ultimately ended his career. To Familia dogs. Blanco made my day. The dogs are fine, man. I'm sick of the damn dogs, to tell you the truth. Let me see. What's up? Do you remember Hell in the Cell? That one will ever, that right there, Mr. UFO, that will always go down in history. I think I think everybody will always remember that. Even if you didn't watch it, you've seen footage of it, right? Where he throws Mankind off the Hell in the Cell, lands on the table. It was the first time anybody has seen something like that. Okay, you had ECW, but ECW, you know what? They didn't throw anybody off Hell in the Cell. To the best of my knowledge, from that height, to the best of my, they were doing some crazy stuff at ECW. Do not get me wrong. They were doing some barbed wire. They were, you know, they were killing each other in ECW. Don't get me wrong, tearing each other's flesh apart. But to the best of my knowledge, I don't think I ever seen anybody from that height get thrown off, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. And then for that dude to come back with his tooth that came out of his nostril and then get choke slammed through the top of the Hell in the Cell into down to the ring. Man, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. Let me see. Favorite move was from Undertaker. Lay down and set up. See, that's another thing right there too, Mr. Garcia. He brought a lot of different stuff, man. He's just laid out and then just sits up. You know, he brought so much to the game, homie. He brought so much to the game. That was badass. Choosing colors. Yeah, man. I chose those colors just because of that, man. My sister Psalm. She asked me, "You're proud of that gang?" I told her it's my life. Yeah, what's up, Angel? How you doing, brother? Hey, get at me, homie. Get at me. We'll make something happen, Angel. We'll make something happen, carnal. Let me see. Undertaker is one of my favorites, especially when he used to come out. Okay, see, that's the thing. So there was a little bit. What's up, Fernando? How you doing, brother? A lot of people like the American Badass when he used to come out with the Harley, right? I'm gonna tell you this, guys. To me, it was all right, but I really just love the old school vintage Undertaker, the Dead Man. You know, that once he came out as the American Badass with the Harley, I was like, okay, I get it. If some people were a little bit jaded because of, you know, the old school Undertaker, all right, then bring him out in the Harley. I didn't care for it too much. I didn't think it sucked. I want to make that clear. I didn't think it sucked. I just don't think it was as good. Then he went to Big Nasty, where he got off the Harley and he just, or what was it? Big Evil, my bad. Big Evil. And that's when he cut his hair short. And I was like, all right, whatever. But then when he came back, which is the Undertaker we're used to seeing now, is that more like leather, um, uh, long coat, with the gloves, with the MMA gloves and stuff like that. I was like, okay, you know what? I could deal with this, man. And man, he had a run. I mean, you got to think of all the matches he was in. Okay, this guy, just like he said in his Hall of Fame speech, think of the matches this Vato was in, dog. Okay, he was in these casket matches, boneyard match, right? Boiler room matches, Punjami matches, freaking what the hell else? Hell in the Cell. I mean, this guy was in all these kind of crazy matches, and man, he did a great job in all of them. And his storylines, I think, were probably some of the best that will never ever be repeated. Man, his storylines, just how relevant he was to the business. He never dropped down. His character never dropped down, regardless if he was the American Badass, Big Evil, the old Taker, the newer Taker, whatever it was, man. He never dropped down to that lower level tier. He was always up there, and he didn't have to be champion to be up there and to stay up there. His relevancy was always up there. It never dropped. The WrestleMania streak, that was crazy. I was like, you know what? I never want to see this streak die. I always want to see this streak live on. I was pissed. And I thought it was just sad, homie. Like the little kid in me died. The little kid in me was crying, man, when the streak was broken. How do you guys feel about that, man? I was like, this ain't right. Like it's just not right, man. It's just not right. Let me see. When he slammed Mankind. Wow, that was the dish. That was something, man. Okay, let me see. Let me try to catch up a little bit. Nasty. When the tightrope. Winning tightropes. Let me see. Tightrope on the ropes. The old school was badass, man. It still is. I think I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think he stayed a little too long. His last performances weren't good. They were not good at all. I'm not down, homie. I'm not down with people that come out and they say things like one more match, one more match, one more match. I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. I don't want to see another match from Taker. Okay, I do not want to see another match from him. I'm not sure why people keep chanting that. Okay, if you put Hulk Hogan, if he comes out to the ring and starts talking on the mic, you gotta have people chanting one more match. Does anybody really want to see that? Are you serio? You really want to see that? Because I don't. Okay, that's sad, homie. That's sad putting some of these broken bodies, man, back in there when these guys, especially Undertaker, a straight legend. It's like, nah, I don't want to see that guy in another match like that. It concerns me a little bit, Holmes. It concerns me a little bit at his speech that he put the coat back on the hat and he says, "Never say never." That concerns me a little bit. You guys want to know why? Because Saudi Arabia pays a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. I hope Taker does not give in and go have a match over there in Saudi Arabia. They pay a nice big penny, homie. Let me see. How do I get at you? Let me know, and I will educate on computers, cell phones. I got you, Angel. Email me, homie. Email me. It's in the description of of all my videos. Or if you just want to leave a comment, dog. And by the way, I shot you on the comment that you left. Just go back to that comment. I shot you my email, Holmes. Thecholotrucker@yahoo.com. Let me see. That Logan, that Logan Paul. Hey, Mr. UFO. Saturday, I'm gonna do a breakdown on WrestleMania, man. I am. I'm going to. I'm good. Good answer. Staying happy and positive vibes. Hey, that's what's up right there. Higher powered. That is what's up. Let me see the grave matches. The ones in casket matches. Yeah. He did so many different matches, man. It was crazy. Everything that this guy did, everything that he gave to the business was insane, man. What's up, Fred? Saludos, Ed. I'm glad I got to see him live at WrestleMania 12 in Anaheim. Undertaker versus Diesel. Okay, yeah, man. I never got to see him live. I never got to see him live, man. Every time I would go to a show, he wasn't there for whatever reason. I never got to see him live. Let's see, I can't watch the new stuff. Can't watch the new stuff. The actors are annoying. What's up, Joker? I'm doing good, brother. Just talking a little Undertaker right here, man. And it's crazy. Have you ever met Undertaker? No, man. No, I never got to see him live. You know, we're watching his Hall of Fame speech, right? And I'm watching it with my sons. And I told my sons, I'm like, you know what, guys? You're going to tell your kids, and I'm going to tell your kids, which are going to be my grandkids. And if the good Lord up above blesses me with so much time, I will tell my great grandkids about one Undertaker and how privileged I was to be alive at a time where I was able to watch his entire career. Okay, as the Undertaker, right? I think his career started in 91 as the Undertaker. I was able to watch his entire career. You know what? Let me drop the link in case anybody wants to come on and talk a little Undertaker, man. I want to keep it to the Undertaker, though, guys. Let's see. Hopefully the YouTube. Hopefully the Wi-Fi in here is good enough. I could see the little bars up there tripping out a little bit. Let me see. I'm still at work. I don't know. It's restless. So. All right, Andrew. I got you, brother. Have a good night, man, at work. Throw punches. Training for a while. Let's see. You just answered my question. Yeah, I got you, Mr. Garcia. Let me see. I got to see Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant. Ooh, you're going way back there, Fernando. Okay. Nice, man. But you know what? I really Undertaker was never my favorite wrestler. But he was always up there for me, though. I thought without him, the company just wouldn't be the same. He was never the guy. He was never the top dog. He was never the Hulk Hogan. He was never the Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was never the John Cena. He was never that top guy, right? But he was always up there, though. He was always a guy that was always up there. And again, for what, 30 years, something like that? I mean, damn, man. And I'm glad that at one point he just made it to be WrestleManias. Because I truly believe that he earned that position. He earned that position where it's like, hey, you only show up at WrestleManias. That is it. You know, Shawn Michaels was known as Mr. WrestleMania, but in reality, man, Undertaker was Mr. WrestleMania. Everybody cared about the streak. Everybody was all over the streak, and I didn't think it was right that they took the streak away. Um, once the streak was gone, man, I thought it just lost a lot of value. I thought he lost value not because the streak is what made him, but because by that time his in-ring performance just wasn't up there anymore. You could tell that his age was getting to him, and he wasn't able to perform the way he was able to once upon a time. So that streak meant a lot more. And once he lost it, I was like, damn, that's that, right? And then he comes and then he loses again to Roman Reigns. Let me see. I'm going to cut out. I'm sick. Orale, dog. There you go, Mr. Garcia. Hey, down some NyQuil. There you go, homie. So, yeah. So all these artists down south, but not up north. That's a good question. B-Boy, I don't know. I've interviewed quite a few of them. I plan on interviewing more. I'm setting some up. I don't know. I'll touch on that on another day, man. That's a good one, B-Boy. I'm definitely gonna touch on that, brother. So yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. Later, homie. All right. Let me see. Have a good night, brother. Gotta get up out of here. All right, Fernando. That's what's up. Do your thing, big dog. Let me see. The Undertaker is a super duper star. Yeah, he is. And that's the thing, Howard Power. He was never, his popularity was never that of Hulk Hogan was when Hulk Hogan was top dog. It was never Stone Cold when Stone Cold was top dog. It was never John Cena when John Cena was top dog. But he always was relevant, big time. And he never had to hold the title. Doing the thing with Kane, the storylines were just off the chart, man. His storylines were great, always relevant storylines, always big time. And in my opinion, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time was when he stepped in there with Shawn Michaels, HBK, WrestleMania 12. That for me, boom, I was like, man, what a match. What a match by two legends. And that's what it was all about. Every time, I think about wrestling and what's it really about and everything like that. And, the people that make fun of me for still watching it and it's like, man, it's fake and everything and all this. You know what? That match right there, along with so many other matches, okay? I'm not going to say that that's the only match, but that is one of the matches, especially if we're talking about WrestleMania matches. That is one of the matches right there where I look at and I'm like, you know what? That right there, that's what it was about. By two of the best in-ring performers of all time, bar none. So, man, you know what? Shout outs to The Undertaker. Great matches. I hope he doesn't get back into the ring. I really hope so. Like I said, Saudi Arabia pays a lot of money. They do. And they have their shows out there. I'm just like, man, I really hope he does not step back into the ring, man. I really liked and enjoyed his Hall of Fame speech. I was wondering if he was going to be Undertaker or if he was just going to be himself. Kind of wanted him to be a little bit of Undertaker, but it made more sense for him just to be himself and really give thanks. That's another thing about him. He never broke kayfabe. Never broke kayfabe. He stayed true to his character through and through. Never broke kayfabe. He was always the Undertaker. You didn't see pictures of him, hanging out with his buddies, going fishing. You didn't see that. He wasn't doing interviews like that. He wasn't going on talk shows and breaking kayfabe and you know what? Oh yeah, man, come on, man. Now I'm on Jay Leno. Come on, yeah, let's chop it up, man. Here, give me a cup of coffee. He never did anything like that, man. He stuck to his character. He was dedicated to it. He was dedicated to the business. Man, this guy is the business. He set the bar. He was the most, from what I understand and from what a lot of superstars have said, he was the guy. He was the guy in the locker room. You need to get his approval. When it came to the performers, to the superstars, he set the bar. He was the man in the back. He was the big homie, right? You got the boss. Yeah, you got the boss. But he was the big homie. You know, he's the one that was the big homie right there. You want to get his approval. And you know what? It's just not going to be the same without him. It's all right. We adapt. I just don't want to get back into the ring, por favor. But man, you know what? To the Undertaker, I don't think he'll watch this, but if he ever does, hey man, just for me, I just want to say thank you for all the memories. From a kid to a grown man. You know, I watched the Undertaker as I was a little chavalillo to a grown adult, and it was one hell of a ride. And there will never, ever, ever be another Undertaker. And I just feel blessed. When people say count your blessings, right? People say count your blessings. I don't think people do that anymore. I feel blessed that I was able to watch that entire career, and from a little kid to a grown adult. And for dang sure, it's something that I'm going to be telling my grandkids. The good Lord up above blesses me, I'll be telling my grandkids, shoot, even my great grandkids, you know, if I'm around, man. But thank you to one Mr. Undertaker. I just want to dedicate this right here to the Undertaker, because not only does he deserve it, he earned it. He earned it. So I'll just leave it with that, familia. Hey, man, you guys have a good one. Nobody want to jump on. That's all good. I just want to talk on the Undertaker, and what a hell of a career. What a hell of a ride it's been, man. And I definitely appreciate the sacrifice that he put in to entertain us, to entertain me, and for me to have a lot of great memories. Thank you to Mark Calloway, the Undertaker. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. You guys be good.